Hello, hello. It is 7 o'clock. It is Wednesday, and it is time for Live Live. How are you doing today? That was such a weird introduction. I'm feeling like weird. I'm like in that one of those just completely exhausted moods. Um, but I'm also like it's kind of got me. I've been working so hard. It kind of makes me feel like weird and kind of loopy. Anybody else feel that? So I'm just like weird today. I hope that's okay. So I'm sitting in my bed because I've been at my desk all day and I don't want to be there. So I'm not going to be there. Um, for those of you who are just logging on, it's 7 o'clock. It's Wednesday. It's Live Live. And see, I'm just being super weird. Okay, Live Live. If you're new, welcome. It is a midweek coaching session, boost of energy, whatever you want to look at it as. If you don't know me, my name is Olivia Fitchett, and I am a life and leadership coach as well as a speaker. And y'all, I just love meeting with you exactly where you are and letting you in on what I'm thinking about, what my day has consisted of, what I've learned this week, and anything else that comes to mind when I'm thinking about life, and especially the weird climate that we're in. Some of us are celebrating. Today was a big day. This was inauguration day. Some of us are smiling. Some of us are unsure. If anywhere you fall on that spectrum, man, I just want to welcome you exactly where you are and welcome you to 7 p.m. on Wednesday. And so, with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. Um, Here's the thing, too. I want to mention this before I get way ahead of myself. I mentioned I'm a life and leadership coach. That means that I coach clients, and that means that I have spots open right now where you can actually sign up and we can work together. And it would be really cool if I got to know you and know your story and learn what you're all about and learn where you want to go in life and help bridge that gap for you and with you together as a unit. If you're interested in learning more about how we might work together, or to even just talk about what coaching is, or what it would look like to have me come and speak to your group, please go to oliviafitchett.com, click on the work with me button, and then fill out the information at the bottom of the page, and we can work together, and we can set up a conversation, see what that look like to work together. So I have to tell you, I promised you an embarrassing story. So here's my embarrassing story. My sister Caroline bought Spyro and Crash Bandicoot and a PS4 and just kind of like went crazy last week with all of this nostalgic video gaming that we used to do growing up. Anybody else in the comments, if you want to type in here, type in the chat. Um, have you played Spyro? Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know um, what I'm talking about when I say Crash Bandicoot? Who's played that? Who's on the same page with me? Anybody have a PS4? And you know what? When you get in these games, you just get so into it. I was one of those people that was just totally sucked in by the video game world. Although I don't like strategy, it was always just like the luck games I like, right? So anyway, we're playing these games all week. I'm getting good at it. Anyway, Tyler comes over, who's my fiance, if you don't know. Tyler comes over and he's playing the video games, and we have two controllers, and so we're gonna play this Crash Racing game. Maybe you know Crash Racing game, where you've got all the different characters and you're zooming around, kind of like Mario Kart, only less cool, I've heard. So you're zooming around this track, and you're hitting these potions and spinning out of control, and you get the TNT on you. It's like burr, 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 and then everything explodes. Okay, it's this big like nostalgic thing, and we're like, oh my gosh, having so much fun. The only thing is that Tyler's like super advanced in video games, and I like suck at video games. Like I suck at them, and so we're playing, and he beats me once, and that's fine. Like, I shake it off, and then I get blown up at the finish, and then I'm coming in second. I'm coming in second again, and I start getting upset and a little frustrated. And he keeps crossing the finish line, and I'm not kidding you. He'll laugh about this because he knows it's true. Is that I will come within like 10 feet of the finish line and then get blown up and lose. And it was just something that became humorous to everyone else, to Caroline and to Tyler. But for me, I was genuinely getting mad. I literally started to feel myself have like an adult temper tantrum. Anybody ever been there? Who has an adult temper tantrum? Let me know if it's just me. I don't see anybody commenting now, so now I'm feeling really embarrassed. Oh, there's my mom. So I'm having this adult temper tantrum about to happen. I'm feeling it coming on, and I'm getting so mad at this video game. I can't not win. And so finally, I just feel my blood boiling, and I just get furious, and I just take the controller and I'm like, "Bleh," like that, and I was like, oh, okay, like you need to take a break. Something's wrong. And I'm like, Caroline, you play. Like I'm not playing this. Like I'm not playing this. And I start to have this like full on like little temper tantrum for myself, right? So I make the decision here, a very vital decision, and I just sit there and I'm just quiet and I just watch them play. And I decided I was going to put myself in timeout. Okay? I deserved to be in timeout. I threw a little adult temper tantrum. So I sat there and I just didn't let myself play anymore. I started to want to play, and then I was like, I think I'm better. No, you're going to sit this one out. I literally like made time stamps on how long I was going to sit in timeout because I needed to chill out. And it made me wonder, how many times do we go through our day? Do we go through our life? And we just really need a timeout, but we just continue to push ourselves, and it causes us to throw an adult temper tantrum. And Katie said, I definitely have adult temper tantrums. Absolutely. Michelle, yes, everybody's okay. I'm feeling like a little better, like weight's kind of coming off my shoulders. Like, okay. So, and it makes me wonder, how much more set up for success would we be if we were to schedule time ahead of time so we didn't have the temper tantrum, but even in the moment just being able to say, you know what, I'm getting a little upset, or I'm feeling a little frustrated, and I realize it's not you, it's literally me, and I'm having a moment. I just need to excuse myself and put myself in timeout, right? I'm wondering how much our relationships would benefit. How much embarrassment would that save us? Because it would have saved me a lot. Like I'm a a coach, and I'm telling you here on live that I threw a freaking controller the other day because I couldn't get it together. But we're humans, and that's what we do. And so yeah, I want you to first feel invited to just exhale and realize you're not alone, and that adult temper tantrums happen. But if we can just learn the skill of giving ourselves a timeout, it really worked for me. I eventually like got to the point where I could handle the video game, and I ended up jumping back in, and like everything was fine. Um, but we just take ourselves so seriously sometimes that we think, oh, like I don't need a break, or like I'm fine. I know what I'm in control here. Let's be more mature than that and realize whenever we're starting to get out of control. So I'm wondering, in this week, what is one small thing that you can shake off? What's something that you're taking a little too seriously? I told you about my remote control, okay? I told you about the video game. I threw the remote control player. I got all pouty. I got all mad. I threw a temper tantrum. I really needed to shake that off, and I was really taking myself a little bit too seriously on Crash Bandicoot Racing. What is something in your life this week that you are taking a little too seriously? What's a small thing that you can shake off? So if you're watching live now, I'm gonna watch as those kind of come in as I'm closing out. If you're watching this tomorrow, if you're watching this next week, if you're watching this next year, I just want to challenge you to sit here and just think to yourself, what's something I could shake off, and how might that benefit my relationships? It's something small, but adult temper tantrums are a thing. So if we want to be if we want to intentionally set ourselves up for success in our work, in our life, in our marriage, in our friendships, whatever it is, we have to honor ourselves, you guys, by allowing ourselves to shake off those small things. Not allowing ourselves to get so up here that we become almost seduced into this temper tantrum where we need to take a timeout. And if you have to take a timeout, it's okay. Something good is going to happen to you and through you today. Let's be pro